Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, into game number 2 here against the B-Man. He picks the map Ghost Lake. So loser picks us right, and he picks the map Ghost Lake. I'm looking at his civs, and I go, look, I would say I am 95% sure he is going to pick Thor here. Why? Where else is he going to pick that god in this series? We've got, do I still have it up? Yep. We've got Scorched Marsh. We got Ice Arena. We got Giza. None of these maps scream Thor to me for some reason. Maybe Thor's okay on Giza. Maybe Thor's okay on Scorched Marsh. But Lava Ghost Lake? Yeah, Thor's good on Lava Ghost Lake. So I'm like 95% sure he's going to pick Thor. And I'm looking at my gods going, what can I play here? Freyr. You don't know why I can play Freyr here? Because I literally just played a practice game against a fairly high-level player playing Odin on this map. Odin is a bit of a beast in the matchup Freyr versus Odin, and I found it very, very comfortable to play this map with Freyr against Odin. So I thought, Freyr versus Thor, what's different here? Well, a couple more villagers for the Thor player. That's not going to be enough there. That's what my thought was. So I go, all right, I'm risking it all here. I don't want to play Freyr versus Shenong. I don't want to play Freyr versus Fushi. I don't want to play Freyr versus Poseidon. I don't want to play Freyr versus Kronos on this map. I want to play Freyr versus Thor. So I'd literally roll the dice here, but I feel like I got a 95% chance of getting this one right. And in we go. Keep doing this. And in we go. And I do manage to nail it. We get Freyr versus Thor. So I'm super, super stoked about this. This is the matchup that I know how to win this matchup. I know how to play this matchup. This does not change, has not changed from the patch. Basically, both gods here are going to go for a really boomy start. I get hand axe, pickaxe. He gets a couple of extra dwarves and armory upgrades. I just have to play defensively, not fight until my armory upgrades come through, and I'm good to go. I'm golden. The one thing I have to be careful of is a random town center going up nice and early and me missing it. So my first thought here is, okay, let's claim all the goats because he's going to be in his main base building an armory. So I just come into the middle of the Ghost Lake. I grab my goats in the middle of the Ghost Lake. And now we're going to come up to the top here and try and find his goats over here, which he won't have. If I claim this entirety of this side, he might be able to get some on the other side, but we'll be able to get over there anyways, potentially get our back corner as well. That's my plan at the very least. I get another 2 goats, so happy days. And it's just a battle for food here because I know that I'm not going to be leaving my base. So he gets extra villagers. I don't have to leave my base. That's the trade-off basically. Plus, I don't have to spend as many resources on upgrades. So that's another big advantage here. So I see a settlement, time to drop a house down. This gives me good knowledge of what's happening here. If he comes over and knocks my house down, I'm going to have to come over and have a look. But he has to knock it down to keep that secret and safe from me. So that at least gives me an alert that something could be going on. So I have to, have that in the back of my mind. I'm scouting back here. I sort of screw up. I wanted to go this way because this is where goats are normally. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I missed that. Yeah, I wanted to go through here, but I don't know why I went this way. There's generally not any goats on this spot close to the thing. It's normally inland a little bit. There's goats here, obviously. So if you come around this way and I came back this way and come back up here and then come into my base. But I wanted to get back home for the temple because I'm getting close to needing to drop the temple. I mean, I could probably advance in this matchup as late as I want. There's not really any rush unless he wants to go for a cheese, which... whether he wants to or not, I don't know. Don't ask me why this villager is on gold. I don't have a good answer for you. But our gold is going to come up. And let me just have a look. Was there any goats there? No. So yeah, we managed to get pretty much all the goats on that left side. Did I miss any up here? I missed 2 up here. So I should have gone a little bit further in, but that's okay. temple to come up. I'm looking here to play around forest fire. So I put my temple a little bit off the wood line, and I'm going to actually put a wall or a house and a wall or something here to lock this off. I was actually doing this in game just to judge, like, can I get like a very small wall in? And it's like, okay, great. We can get like a 15 gold wall. No problems. I'm just playing around Freya because that's kind of what's scary. And now, before I put the wall up, I just want to see if I can grab the final little remnants of goats over on this side. One other idea here for us on this map probably could have been to go for a second berserk. And we probably could have claimed even more goats. And that would have probably been really hard for him. Because he would have had to leave his base. I would have been able to get some raids off with some Huskarl or something like that. But he has seemingly already ventured incredibly deep into my territory. I'm just trying to spot anything over here. And unfortunately, yeah, he's got everything on this side. So can't win them all, but is what it is. We managed to grab 12, which is more than enough for us to do what we need to do. I've still got a boar over here as well, and we're going to be going up through Ulla. I'm grabbing all my upgrades. I need everything to keep myself somewhat close here. I'm trying to push my berserk forward and see if I can spot his other settlement, and I do manage to find a goat here. Do I get the other one? Hello? Yes. Okay, so we're going to come over and grab the other goat as well. So this is huge. Seeing as we missed the one at the top. He should have claimed everything on this right-hand corner of the map, but we got lucky. And I'm just coming forward to see what's happening here. Now, in this matchup, there's 2 units you want to build, or 3 units you want to build here in the Classical Ages Fred. You want to build Throw and Axeman, you want to build Herser, and you want to build Herdman. You don't need anything else. Literally. Because we're just playing defensive. If he wants to go for raids with the raiding cavalry, we've got the Herdman to say, get out of here. If he wants to go for a whole bunch of Throw and Axemen, fantastic. We'll go even heavier on Throw and Axemen. If he wants to make some trolls here, that's fine. I'll make more Herser and probably get into Goaty. I don't have to fight you. The trolls are more of a defensive unit than an offensive unit. So he can do whatever he wants. I have both my houses on these on this settlement. So for the time being, I'm feeling like I know exactly what's going on without even needing to really poke my head in and scout. I should have scouted though. It would make me feel much more comfortable here, knowing, I did see a great hall, so this is good, knowing exactly what's going on here. But, you know, I saw a great hall and I thought, all right, that's enough information for me to know that he's not going for a fast second town center. Of course, he could still do it, but going for a great hall generally means raiding cavalry, which means you don't have the builders to get the town center up quickly. Doesn't really make sense. So I kind of put that idea into the back of the whole thing. Okay, so 3 barracks or 3 longhouses here now just to react, and getting Throw and Axeman out and Herdman at some point when I actually confirm what's happening. He comes over with a berserk to spot my berserk, which is annoying, but I was trying to kill off his house, so fair enough. I also didn't note, I also didn't say this, but I note that I got an amazing town center over here. This is really good. Gold mine, hunt. Can't ask for a better town center than that in this matchup. On this side, there's gold mine, and berries. Not the best. And there's no other hunt here, right? I didn't miss anything. No. So yeah, this is the better town center. I got food here as well. For some reason, I moved my Herser off building these walls. This wall here would have been really, really helpful because it actually means that he has to come in this way. So he comes in, going to be knocking down my house here, and I go, okay, what do I do? I'm going to come knock your house down. So we threatened to take this town center. He doesn't know if we're taking it or not. So we threatened to take this one with my entirety of my army. But this does give him, a little bit of an option to attack me, right? So I got to be a little bit careful. I'm also building around my temple because this has been a little bit of a weakness of mine. People just killing my Ford temple randomly. If I put some buildings around it, all of a sudden it's not that bad. Might even not be a decent idea to actually just put a wall in front of the temple, just so that people stop killing it, because it's really annoying and it's a very expensive building. But anyways, I now need to get out and scout. I do manage to spot that raid immediately there, so we get back home quickly. He gets no damage. Well, he gets a little bit of idle time. Now my armory is up. and it's time to get myself the copper upgrades. Oop. That was unfortunate. If I didn't run there, I think I would have actually killed the raiding cavalry for the trade of that low HP berserk. Anyways, at this point, we're basically equal on military, but I need to wait for my army upgrade. So I really can't do anything at the moment. And I did see his the entirety of his army, so he could probably be dropping a town center behind all of this, but realistically, he's spamming units 90% of the time here. I do want to confirm it, but I don't know if I can really afford to confirm it, if that makes any sense. Like, if I run out and I lose a unit, then and I don't get to see anything, it's kind of bad because he's got the raiding cavalry. So I'm just going to sit back and we're going to try and get to the heroic age. If he did go for the town center, no worries. He sneaks through onto this one. Don't ask me why there's no wall here. I don't have a good reason. There should have been a wall here. This is stupid. This raid here should never have happened. Like, no excuses. But I do manage to get a little bit of return fire onto him. I pick off I pick off one raiding cavalry. And now I come in here and we can actually try and wall this off. Just very, very stupid. Those sort of mistakes you can't make in tournaments. Not to be too hard on myself. And again, don't ask me why. Pulled all my units off, sitting in here in my main base. And I go, okay, I'm now going to the heroic age. So we do manage to get our heroic age in. But we have to get back to spamming units. Please finish this wall off. Please, please. Why is the wall not getting finished? It's also open over here, man. It's kind of. I actually don't know if that's open or not. But I see his raiding cavalry on that side. I still haven't noticed that my wall wasn't finished. But, I mean, at least it's up. At least he has to knock it down, right? 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 Okay, so raiding cavalry to come through here. Unlike me, B actually watches his army. I think versus quite a few players, intercepting out at this point would actually give me at least an attack. But nice one from B to be on top of his raiding cavalry in that moment. And I do manage to now scout and just make sure I know what I'm up against. So I know that this town center here isn't grabbed. Fantastic. I'm trying to get the walls up over on this side to finish this all off. And I do see the raiding cavalry now come back in. React. He comes onto my wood line. Remember, the raiding cavalry got very, very little line of sight here. And, you know, in hindsight, if he wants to come in and fight me here, no worries. I'm going to actually I'm going to kill all your units. I'm not going to lose any. So that was actually, that was a bit of a blunder. So let's be completely honest. The wall not being completed here. Big brain, right? He does try to raid me on this side as well, but I've already got the units. Got to be careful with this army chasing these guys away, so we pull back into our main base. And I still don't put the wall up. It's thrown, but I think I just basically clicked my control group, and the builder was in the control group. So, what can you do? I sense I'm throwing axemen over there. Realistically, right now, what I want to be doing is I want to move forward and I want to grab this town center. I want to put a fortress down and grab this town center. That's my next move. So we're equal on upgrades. I'm behind on villages, but equal on upgrades. I'm going to be able to get my next upgrades very, very cheaply here. And I'm going to be able to get rock giants out, which I'm spamming. This is the big important unit in this matchup. There's not a good answer to the rock giant for Norse. They're probably like portable rams is like, or mountain giants is like your best option. But yeah, there's not a good option against the rock giant in the heroic age. In terms of a hero, you can't build Goaty, you can't build Herso. Herso died of the throw and axeman. Goaty just tickle against the 75% pierce armor. So yeah, it's a bit of a challenging one to deal with. So we've got an incredibly strong army here. And now, time to move out. I'm going to be fully walled in, and I'm going to go for a Asgardian Bastion now. And we're going to take this position. He kills my house. And from here, it's upgrade time. We get ourselves medium up or heavy upgrades. We get ourselves the weapons. And now I can grab the town center, and this unlocks Ghoul and Bursty. B is trying to break through over here, but I got my watchtowers in and crenellations as well. So he is going to take a ridiculous amount of damage trying to break through this wall. And this is partly why, you know, watchtowers are just kind of an incredibly good defensive building in this patch. Is mostly just the crenellations. And I argue to some degree, I know that a lot of people out there is going to disagree with me, but I argue to some degree that this is the same. This was exactly the same in the previous patch as well. Not exactly, obviously stronger now, but the amount of defensive ability you could do with this is huge, because you don't want to try and break through a wall plus a tower with raiding cavalry. You're going to lose them, right? Now he's got himself heavy raiding cavalry. One weakness here not necessarily a weakness, but one fact here is that 3DB had to buy heavy cav and heavy infantry. So even though he is in front on villagers by a little bit, we're actually very close in terms of the villager differential, or the military differential. Armory upgrades here, I'm basically equal. I mean, he's going up to bronze armor. Actually, let me have a look. He's going up to bronze armor. I'm about to be bronze weapons, so I'm about to be equal with him. And we're about to get ourselves Feast of Renown as well, and Granite Moor. Now, if I can just sit here and just stay on 2 town centers, we will catch up and we'll be in a good spot. So I try and click up to hell. But B says, it's time to fight. And I go, okay, no worries. Let's fight. I turn around with my Throwing Axeman to pick off these her. So he does a lot of damage there that I don't think he should have got away with. He's charging in. And now he clicks Flaming Weapons. He drops Healing Spring. I drop Tempest. I drop Ghoul and Bursty as well to get in onto the fight. I send that one forward. And this is an absolute chaos of a fight. I got a Asgardian Hillfort as well assisting me on this one. My population drops pretty quickly, but the thing about Tempest is where it's strong is towards the end of the fight, when everything starts getting frozen here. So I know that there's a whole bunch of population that's just not involved. I'm trying to run my Huskarl here back and forth to dodge arrow fire. There's nothing really left. And we end up barely surviving this all in. And we're going to be able to grab the Healing Spring as well behind all of this. So he's still got a troll here, but you know, we're going to get some units out. And pure Throwing Axemen, we got a huge amount of favor as well, so we can pump out a whole bunch more rock giants behind this. And at this point, I go, all right, what's the best move? This is decision making time. I just want to fight, or at least went equal with a fight. I've equalized on villages because I'm on 2 town centers. I don't know that I'm behind at this point, but I know that I'm 2 town centers. I know that he's 1 town center. And I go, what should I do? And I think town center. I think town center. Reason why I think town center is the longer this game goes on, the higher my chance of this game being won for me gets, right? The longer the game goes on, the higher the chance that I win this game. That's my thought process, right? So I go, all right, I'm going to send my entire army over here. Mistake. Don't need to do this. I need to secure a gold mine, so I'm going to try and get a hill fort. I'm trying to get this. I don't need to secure the gold mine right away. I got 3,000 gold. Sit on this position here. Send a handful of units over to drop the hill fort and grab the town center. And then we'll, and maybe even wall this all up rather than the hill fort. So wall, wall, wall. 1 hill fort, maybe 4 units here, and we're golden, right? Anyways, pumping units out. One thing here that I did not realize is I've only got 3 longhouses. So this is another standard thing for when you win a fight or have a fight in the Norse War, is put military buildings down. And he charges in now, and my army out of position, majority Throwing Axemen. He is majority raiding cavalry. He just spams back up to full population. He did not go for a town center, did not go for anything. And I go, ooh, I don't think I can fight this. So I come up here anyways. My army is fairly scary. He's going to charge at me. I got 2 Hersa that need to be kept very, very safe. He grabbed his healing spring back. And my Bergrizi here will be able to be a nice little defense for me. I'm trying to retreat my throwing axeman now behind the wall. I get another Bergrizi in to tank yet again. I think all of his Hursa have melted, or he didn't have any or something. But he's great micro there with the throwing axeman on the back, and I have to pull back. And now we just threw a fairly big advantage. And mostly this was because of lack of positioning. If my army was here and he tried to charge forward, I don't think he gets anything. And now we have to bail. And I go, all right, time to bail. Keep my villager lead. For some reason, these 3 dwarves didn't want to come with me. I have to sack the Asgardian Hill Fort. I got to sack the town center. Apparently, I have to sack 3 herdmen as well. Not ideal at all here. And again, I'm now I've got some longhouses. Longhouses, I'm finally realizing, oh crap, I need buildings. So I throw everything down. I'm going to get these dwarves are unfortunately going to die as well because they just didn't want to participate in the evacuation order. They said, no sir, I will stay and fight to the last man, down with the ship. Okay, but now I'm going, all right, where can this go? How can I lose this game? Because that's all I'm thinking about. How do I just eliminate lose conditions? Okay, so 1 is he runs into my main base, kills my town center, and kills everything in here. 2 is he comes over and kills this. I got a hill fort already on this. We're okay on this side. I'm actually not okay in my town center. But with a hill fort and a town center here, maybe, just maybe, and all of my units, we should be okay. As he charges forward, I got these herdmen here. I need to micro the herdmen in onto those raiding cavalry. Any garrison micro here is completely fine. I've got defender's advantage. Every unit pops out into the fight. It's going to be totally fine here. He's bumping out these battle boards. No problems. I got all my herdmen now on top of his heavy raiding cavalry, or at least trying to be. It's really, really hard to micro this. I've also got 2 HP a second of regen from my hill fort and my town center, and 3DB obliges with a fairly hefty throw back into me. So this is absolutely great. This is huge. And I'm able to kill off everything. I'm able to survive. And we're able to continue this game a little bit longer. So throw after throw thus far. I mean, the first one wasn't really a throw. It's kind of pretty equal, but I definitely threw moving into this next position here. So we win this fight. We force him back. Military population is kind of close here, right? We're still able to pump out these Bergrizi, the Draugr. And now it's time to start expanding out onto this right-hand corner of the map. That's what the time is. The time is to expand. I don't really know why I'm behind on score here. I don't think I am behind. Maybe it's because I had to migrate my dwarves from one side of the map to the other, and he hasn't. But I don't think I don't feel like I'm behind here at this point in the slightest. So gonna drop another town center, make sure that we don't fall behind on villages or anything like that. And we're gonna start pushing up to grab this gold mine and this gold mine. That's really, really important. As his raiding cavalry charge through. If he wasn't paying attention, then my Bergrizi could have taunted. It would have been a good thing. Getting these walls up. And one thing here I need to grab is my wall upgrade. Really, really important. As he tries to charge forward, and we do grab the wall upgrade. So, happy days. I still am thinking, if we get to hell here, are we going to be in a good spot? And meanwhile, B goes, you're out of position. Let me charge those battle boar in. And he's doing a really nice job here of splitting his raiding cavalry up. And I have to sort of go, all right, let's split. If I can, I lose the town center. It's not the biggest of deals. I'm just going to drop it back down again. But yeah, he manages to get in and clean that one up. As his raiding cavalry to come through, I'm going to try and lock him off here. My dwarves do have their upgrade, but these are heavy raiding cavalry, so a little bit scary there. As I'm actually not paying attention, I lose a couple of dwarves, and yeah, this raid hurt probably more than I thought it should have. As he charges back in onto this position as well, and I'm trying to hold here as best as I can, snipe down the battle boar. No problems. And we do manage to hold. He's actually fallen really far behind in military pop, in resource, not in resources, but in military pop. I'm trying to raid up on this stuff, but Don't really know exactly what the plan is with these guys here. And yeah, they need to run up through this wall, but I think I just forgot about them completely. So the battle boards are going to clean everything up, pumping more units up, and yeah, I'm still need to start thinking about this. I do have 2 gold mines, but this one's about to run out, and this one's almost gone. So I sent these Thrown Axemen up on an adventure here to try and get a hill fort on this hill, try and get through to this town center. So I go, all right, if I can sneak this town center, he is so focused on this area and potentially also getting in over to here. He's not going to think about this. That's my thought. I go, all right. Plus, if he does catch it, it's not the end of the world. I've got so many resources. It's all good. So I'm going to come up here and grab this. I got so much gold in the bank right now as well. It's time to buy food and go Mythic Age. And at this point, I go Vidar. Why Vidar and not Hell? I wanted to go Hell before. The reason why Hell is so good in this matchup is your opponent doesn't really want to build Goaty because they don't really do anything against the Rock Giants. So they're not going to have a great answer to it. And I can just drop the Nidhogg down and absolutely erase the back line of Thrown Axemen. As B now charges forward, I am out of position again, so I'm going to lose my hill fort. And I've got to run my dwarves. I try to pull everyone into a position where I think they're probably not going to get spotted. But 3DB spots me. So I lose those villages. These villages are coming up onto this side. I got to sort of juke around here a little bit, waiting for my 3.2 speed army to get over here. He's getting huge damage done onto me right now. But we do manage to get a nice little taunt onto this one here. Sort of mistakenly do this. I need to send the one Bergrisi in onto the back line, but that's fine. We got the heroes here to take out those battle boars. I need to get my villagers back to work here. And after all is said and done there, I didn't realize this in the game, but I'm so far behind on villagers. At a point here, I was equal, but these raids, they have been doing work on me. He has really found a really, really good position in terms of economy over me at this point. But even so, I'm looking at my position going, man, I got 134 military population. I got a hill fort coming up. I got this position. I got 3 town centers coming through soon. Like, I'm going to be killing off his stuff over here. Go for some cheeky portable ram play. Like, why am I behind here? I can't put pieces through into the game. So I'm just like, this is fine. The score is whatever the score is. I don't know. It's fine. So now we're over on this position. I'm spamming hill fort because this is what we do as Freya. Every hill fort I get up is more resources for my my conquest. It's my Bergrisi here gonna. Do they heal up? I'm pretty sure they heal up, no? Yeah, they heal up when they're getting damage done. Finishing this up, and we're going to start pushing forward. He charges in onto this position. There's nothing behind my base here. He's getting a couple of villages. This is super annoying. Should have had this fully walled up at some point. I do have my Fafnir over here to defend, so he has to pull back. And I'm just trying to break through here. What I want, if I can, is to get a Fafnir in onto a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm not able to quite hit that. He is sitting back waiting, watching. Does manage to get to the Mythic Age. I kill off the temple. He clicks... No, I don't kill off the temple. He clicks Ragnarok. And we have to start going, all right. Now it's time to lock in. This is micro. The only way to hold this is with really, really good micro and playing this really, really well. So we got our Fafnir over here, able to take down the heavy raiding cavalry. That's perfect. We got 2 hill forts on this position. This is a good fight for us. Send the Bergrisi straight at the heavy thrown axemen. The Heroes of Ragnarok in my main base, not a big deal. I got a lot of hill forts there already. My Fafnir gets on top of the thrown axemen, but it's not enough. That goes down, and now we have to start scooting backwards here. At this point now, I have to be like, all right, I've got my own god power. He's completely in onto this position. This is probably not going to work, but I need to at least get the Fafnir to run over here. I also grab this technology here, advanced fortifications. Dropping this here, the whole idea was just to get some damage done while walking over the units. I pick up a lot of thrown axemen. I missed the Heroes of Rag. Not the biggest a deal. At least I got a bit of damage done. I'm now 60 population. He's 150 population. to charge back underneath my town center. I got resources coming in. I got this gold mine here that he hasn't managed to push me off. This is the secret to holding a Ragnarok, as always, is just to be continuously getting resources because he isn't getting any. He makes a big mistake here. He needs to be clearing this position out. And obviously this position here as well. But pulling my villagers back into my main base. I know that the game's not over if I lose all my villagers either, right? So I need to make sure I keep everyone alive. Come back up onto this spot. I'm still pumping villagers out here. Lots of idle villagers because of the chaos. You can't blame me on that one. I'm sorry. But we've got a decent amount of resources coming in. Throwing Axemen to beat these guys. I've also got only one Great Hall. I need Goaty. I need Goaty for Fire Giants. The Fire Giant follow-up is also something to worry about. He's going to have a huge amount of Fire Giants coming in. I throw an Asgardian Hill Fort. Another lose condition here is for him to just charge into my main base and cause problems. One idea here as well for me is to start getting portable rams out and harassing a town center. If I kill off the town center, that stops his villager repopulation stuff. So he's going to come and kill my hill fort here. We get another hill fort up on this spot because this gold mine is incredibly important. At this point, I'm getting close to population here. I need to move my units up. I'm getting great halls down to start getting the Goaty through to deal with the Fire Giant follow-up that I talk about all the time. And I'm literally just like, okay, how can I hold this position? More hill forts. More hill forts, and let's move over there. I do get this one portable ram here to try and take down the town center. If B doesn't notice it, which can happen, it's good. I go, all right, we'll get the town center back over here. We still have a little bit of gold left in this gold mine, right? So that's going to be enough there to really help me stay alive. We get the hill fort going, and he does manage to snipe my portable ram there. I got to pull my villagers. My wood lines are absolutely cooked here. I got a nice one here. I got one here that I can go into. And now he's trying to charge in. I managed to get this hill fort up as well. So he's going to lose a huge amount of units trying to push forward. I'm over on this side now to prevent him from coming in onto this side. Trying to get onto my dwarves here. I can run my dwarves. Got to be very careful against those fire giants with that special. My Goaty here need to pop out on top of the fire giants. If he gets damage onto these guys, it's kind of bad. So I'm garrisoning. I got my double hill fort here to try and heal everything up. So long as the fire giants go down, we're good. He's not got a special for them, so he's not got that splash damage. I've got a couple more Goaty coming through here to deal with this. And it looks to me, at this point, after that attack, is we managed to survive here. My dwarves go down. The pain has been felt. I'm at 52 villages. I got gold. I got an army. And now I have to start thinking, okay, we have ourselves an incredibly big advantage here. How do we finish this game? Well, one, come over and kill this town center and grab it. Come over and grab this town center. That's my plan. I'm going to I'm going to work around the edge of the map to just finish this game off. He's got the Berserk here, trying to do some garrison micro. He's got a Fire Giant in as well. I have to retreat away from this. The Fire Giant does so much damage. I'll probably be able to kill this off anyways with throwing Axemen, but just trying to finish off that Fire Giant here. And 30 HP. I try and take it out, but he's repairing it off in the darkness, so overstayed my welcome there. But I do manage to come through now with the rest of my units. Losing some villagers, but that's okay. And did I have myself Burning Pitch? Not just yet. Burning Pitch for the throwing Axeman here still gives some bonus damage versus buildings. It's still very, very strong. And we can finish the town center off and claim it for ourselves. This does two things. One, it stops his villager repopulation. And two, it gives us some more villagers to come through as well. So that's nice there. Meanwhile, into the main base, I'm just going to keep on throwing random rams into him, making sure that he has to deal with something instead of trying to harass me back somewhere. I want him to be the one having to do something at this point. So I can get my town center up. I've got a trade route started as well now because we need that because gold will run out. One weakness here is gold mines from the floor. If he can get back to villager population, he will have somewhat of an advantage there. But on this patch, the caravans are so good that there's this bug that happens all the time. But the caravans are so good in this patch that yeah, you're not actually that much of at a disadvantage, I don't think, against Thor anymore in the late game when he starts pumping out those dwarven mines and you don't have any gold mines left. Anyways, yeah, I do notice this. So I'm going to garrison this, and immediately I get my 42 gold. Yay, but they need to be going to this town center. Anyways, now we can move up to here. I'm going to look to grab this town center, and to my absolute shock, B didn't have this town center. He was literally playing 2 town centers for 32 minutes in this game. Not even. Like, he grabbed this town center, like, I don't even know when. It was so late. He just did not grab his town centers and get his economy sorted in the slightest. Just see a little bit of a couple units coming in over here. Luckily, I noticed that one. Pull back. Got to be very careful against the fire giant. And now we can just start. We can grab this town center here, and we can start pushing into the main base. We get a cheeky little goatee or 2 over to deal with the fire giant. Can send up onto this gold mine here as well. As we're just about out of gold, there are a little bit of gold over on this side, and there's a little bit of gold here as well. So we still got a little bit, but nonetheless, we will be able to take out this fire giant with our goatee. He's sending his dwarves over here because he needs gold. And I'm like, great, this is fantastic. At this point, I can either just rotate back over and kill this, or just send some units in and we should be okay. And I can just push the main base and try and finish the game off here. So, and obviously, you look at the top here and you can see I'm in an overwhelming advantage of everything. But he does have a respectable amount of champion units here. So I go, do I bother? Do I keep pushing? I mean, I decide I've got to retreat. We've got a wall up. My villagers got to keep my villagers alive. I can come back over here, a little bit of gold. And I do rotate over there and I go, okay, so I've got control of these gold mines. I've got control of this gold mine. At this point, all I need to do is get control of this gold mine and he's out. He might have a dwarven mine, but at least he's out. And we've got full control of the map. 5-to-1 town centers, nearly fully populated. Probably need a couple of goatee here. Not goatee, herdmen here, but don't have any food income because classic me. Who needs food income when you're playing as who needs food income when you're playing as Freya is what we say. The Burgrisi are enough to effectively stop these raiding cavalry from doing anything. And in that moment he taps out and we get a nice comfortable 2-0 lead in this one against B. So this was a bit of a stressful game. Very, very tough. Lots and lots of mistakes. 3DB did a great job of like just keeping me occupied here. He got so many villagers killed. Does it actually say? He had, well, I had 76. He had 76 villagers killed. I had 7. But I did go for 2 town centers. I was playing defense. And if he didn't get those villagers killed, I would have won this game so hard. So credit where credit's due that he managed to get that damage done. But yeah, the Ragnarok, I'll say there's going to be people out there who are saying, Ragnarok's still so weak. I had a couple of practice games where I lost to Ragnarok. I don't think Ragnarok's weak anymore. I think it's very strong. Make sure you get rams involved. They kill off buildings. Rams will walk through. The units will absolutely smoke the army. The rams will absolutely smoke the buildings. I'm a little worried about how strong Ragnarok is right now, even though we managed to hold it here. If someone executes Ragnarok correctly, it's going to be scary. It's going to be scary. I expect people to be winning games with Ragnarok quite a bit, which might be a good thing. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, more games coming out tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. It's a best of 5. So if we win the next one, it's over. We go into the next round. So get in there and check it out. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Leave comments, subscribe, all the other good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.